Hey, what's up guys, I'm Alex, and today this is my video on how to throw putters further, and yeah, let's get into it. When throwing putters, people often use them for shorter approach shots that needs to get to the basket with minimal ground play and minimal flight characteristics. They're looking for a straight shot to the basket. When you're looking for distance, putters can also be good in some ways. Let's say if you're wanting to throw it maybe more than 200 feet and you're just not quite getting that distance, I can help you out with this tip. My biggest tip, and the one tip I will recommend, is that when throwing putters, throw them high. What I mean by that is not necessarily throwing them nose up high, but just throwing it high. I have two here. I'm going to show you an example. It's basically the same thing as throwing a backhand, but you're actually throwing it higher. Instead of driving through it like this, you want to kind of just come up a little bit, but keep everything in line. That way you can give the putter height. So I'm going to throw two putters here. I'm going to throw this one low, I'm going to throw this one high, and show you the differences. So that one I threw low, you can tell. It flew great, flew pretty straight as well. Had a little bit of a finish at the end, but I didn't necessarily get a lot of distance. But this one, when you add it height, it will go further. Even though I did throw them in a little bit of a head cross breeze, so they didn't get the straightest flight, this one still went 70 feet further, only because I actually gave it height. Now the reason why is because for slower disc like this, it relies more on the height rather than the spin, because drivers, you can throw them low, but as long as you get that spin, they still going to get distance. But when you throw a putter, throwing them low isn't going to necessarily get distance, but throwing them higher, it allows for it to float higher up in the air and allow it to glide further. Now the reason why I like throwing putters high for somewhat of distance, to say 300 feet, is because throwing mid-ranges to fairway drivers, for me that's harder to control. Yes, for some people it's actually easier to control, but for me it's kind of harder to control. So I like throwing slower speeds at higher elevation because it allows for that same distance but less flight variations, and when it lands softer. That was my episode 4 of shaving strokes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like the video and comment what your thoughts are on this video. Subscribe and click the notification bell down below so you can get notified for videos that upload. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.